Good morning or afternoon, boys and girls. By now, hopefully, your guest teacher already passed out your tests to you. So now let's go over it and let's see why we got the things right, why we got them wrong. Let's figure out how to do each one of these. So the first one, 1 plus 2, hopefully everybody got this right. I think there was one person who got it wrong, but we won't talk about that. Now the next one, we've got -4 plus 4. Boys and girls, when you have the same integer and you have a negative and a positive version, we call that additive inverse. Additive inverse equals 0. Right here, I've got -5 plus 1, so I've got different signs. Do I have more negatives or more positives? Well, I got more negatives, so the answer is negative. And the difference between 5 and 1 is 4. This one right here, different signs again. I have more positives, and the difference between 6 and 4 is 2. This one right here, I've got -3 and -2. So you got 3 negatives and you got 2 negatives, put them together, you end up with 5 negatives. This one right here, 5 minus 3, that's a 3rd grade style problem. So don't need to do keep, change for that. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but 5 minus 3 is 2. Right here, 2 minus 6. Now if you can do it in your head, great. If you can't, use your KCC. And when we do that, we end up with 2 plus a -6. Signs are different, so I've got more negatives here, so it's negative, and difference between 6 and 2 is 4, so the answer is -4. This one right here, -2 minus 3, again, if you can do it in your head, great. If you can't, that's fine. Use KCC. So I end up with -2 plus a -3. Well, 2 negatives and 3 negatives, that makes a total of 5 negatives. Right here, -4 minus -5. If I use KCC, got -4 plus +5. Signs are different. I have more positives, and the difference between 4 and 5 is 1. Now, for the next one, the instructions were, evaluate each expression if r equals 3 and d equals -2. So I've got r squared here. Well, r squared, r equals 3, so that's going to be 3 squared, which equals 3 times 3, and that equals 9. This one right here, I have -2d cubed, so that's going to equal -2 times d, which is -2, cubed. So that means I'm going to write this -2 3 times. So ready? Here's 1 of these, 2 of these, 3 of these. And you're like, hey, Mr. Wickwire, why do we have 4? Because you said 3 times. Well, look, there was 1 here to begin with. See? Bam, bam, bam. These 3 are because of that right there. So when we multiply these, I've got -2 times -2. That equals +4. It's positive because I have the same sign. So now, for the rest of it, I got this. See how that works? This is that one, this is that one. So now, 4 times -2. Well, that's going to be -8. So now I bring this down here. And now I got negative times negative, which is positive, and 8 times 2, which is 16. A lot of people got this one wrong. A lot of people, but that's how you do it. Next one, R2D2. Get it? Get it? Alright, so R2D2. So R times 2 times D times 2. What's R equal? R is 3, so I've got R, oops, pardon me. I've got 3 times 2 times D. What's D equal? D equals -2. -2, and I've got that last 2 there. So now it's 3 times 2 times -2 times 2. Well, 3 times 2, if I just do this beginning part, is 6. And 6 times -2 times 2. Let's see. 6 times -2, just this part here, is going to be -12. So now I have -12 times 2. And signs are different here, so that's going to equal negative, and 12 times 2, 24. So the answer is -24. Okay, this one right here, 3 times 4, 12. Right here, signs are different, so the answer is negative, and 3 times 5 is 15. Right here, signs are the same, so the answer is positive, and 4 times 5 is 20. Right here, I have -3 squared. That's going to equal -3 times -3. Signs are the same, so the answer is positive, and 3 times 3 is 9. Right here, I've got -4 times -4 times -4. Well, remember, you do them two at a time, so just doing these first two. Signs are the same, so the answer is positive, and 4 times 4 is 16, so now I got that, times this last one, this last -4. And right here, signs are different, so the answer is going to be negative, and 16 times 4 is going to be 64. This one was straight out of your homework. Right here, -2 times -3 times -5. Do the first two first. -2 times -3. Signs are the same, so I get a positive, and 2 times 3 is 6. I bring this sucker down, and I got, let's see, that times -5. Well, the signs here are different, so the answer is negative, and 5 times 6 is 30. All right, this one right here, -6 divided by 2. Signs are different, so the answer is negative, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Right here, -16 divided by -4. Well, the signs are the same, so the answer is positive, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. Right here, evaluate each expression of z equals -5 and y equals 2. All right, so I'm going to rewrite this as 35 divided by z is -5, so I put that there. And let's see, signs are different, so it's negative. 35 divided by 5 is 7. Right here, evaluate the expression if z equals -5 and y equals 2. So let's see, since I have z plus y, on top that means I have -5 plus 2. On bottom, z plus 8, so I've got -5 plus 8. Well, right here, signs are different. I have more negatives on top, and the difference between 5 and 2 is 3. Right here, signs are different. I've got more positives there on bottom. Difference between 8 and 5 is 3. So now, negative and positive, different signs, so the answer is negative. 3 divided by 3 is 1. I had a lot of people tell me that's 0. Kids, I think maybe you're confusing that with additive inverse. That's it for the test. Some of you did amazing on this. There were a lot of people that did bad, and I mean, people either did really good or really bad. There wasn't a lot in between. This stuff is not going to go away. We are going to keep having problems like this. So you really need to know how to do it. If you haven't learned it, go back, learn it, figure out your mistakes. A lot of people got questions wrong too, just because they had the wrong sign. There were a ton of people that would have probably had an A, except for they had the right numbers, but they just had the wrong signs. Got to know those rules. If the signs are the same, the answer is positive. Signs are different, the answer is negative. But that's the test. If you have any questions on it, not sure about something, and this video didn't help you, let me know tomorrow. I'll be back, and we will go over it then. All right, talk to you later.